Right, so hey everyone, welcome back to another budget photography video. Sorry for the poor audio quality. I'm on my balcony right now and I don't actually have a microphone with me, believe it or not. In today's video I want to show you guys how to create star trails. Let's go. So I found this to be a little bit hit and miss in some areas. Sometimes it can take about 30 seconds with a high ISO, but other times you have to wait 3 or 4 minutes. I'm just currently waiting for one to process right now and I'll show you all my settings. So that last exposure was about 184 seconds or about 3 minutes roughly. F25. Wow, okay, I didn't realize that. With an ISO of 800. I'm going to keep my ISO. Maybe I might bring it down a little bit. I don't really know. Might bring it down. But something that I am going to do is I'm going to increase my exposure from 3 minutes to 6 minutes and we'll see what that brings. So as you can see, it's actually currently recording. What I have, my current setup is my 75 to 300 purely because it's got the biggest zoom. I did have my 24 to 105 because it was sharper and just a better lens anyway, but I've kind of sacrificed some image quality to get the zoom that I want on the camera. So I've got my 5D. And then if we come down here, I've got my remote shutter just there. That's plugged in. I've got a timer going on my phone, so after 6 minutes it'll go off and I'll release it. So the 3 things that you will basically need is a camera, a lens, a tripod, and a remote, as I just said. I know that's 4, but I expect you should have a lens, even if you're using another, a fixed lens camera. So the only problem really with shooting here is that, well, there's street lights and that can really bad look up an image. Can make it just look horrible. So if you can, try and go for a walk away from where there are street lights, preferably. But at the moment I can't. So me doing it on my balcony is going to have to be the best I can do at the moment. I'm hoping that the fact that I don't actually have many street lights around my house, that it will work in my benefit. Hopefully. So the image for me has just finished. I'm just waiting for it to process in camera and then I'll show you guys what I get. The image has just finished processing and it's not the best, I won't lie. I'll show you. So that's what you can actually see. I mean, there's only really one, maybe 2 star trails there. I think I'm going to need a longer exposure. I'm going to go from 6 minutes maybe to 10. I'm going to push it to 10 and bring my ISO down. See what happens. I must say, this is the only really boring bit. Let's turn my light up a bit more. The only really boring bit of doing this kind of photography, because you're now just sat here waiting for 10 minutes for the image to take, and then you got to wait another 5 or 10 minutes for it to process. So I'd bring some snacks if you're not at home, maybe a radio. Try your best to avoid bright lights like this one. Now my images aren't going to be the best purely because I have this light with me today, but I need this light so that you guys can see me, because without it you guys can't actually see me at all, because if I switch that off, that's literally all you guys will be able to see. So I have to have the light on, which could impede on the image quality. Yeah, but we'll see how they go. Hopefully this light won't do too much. I've got it on a 27, so hopefully it won't do too much damage to the images. I'm so glad I'm not shooting film. So another little tip that I can give you is to bring lots and lots of these. I mean, these are light batteries, but just batteries in general. I mean, I've even got one plugged into my phone right now because I've got 9% on my phone. So yeah, make sure you have lots and lots of batteries. That's another thing that you need to add to your little list. So now we've got less than about 30 seconds before I'm due to turn this off. So there it is, processing the image. That's probably going to take another 10, maybe 20 minutes. Feels like an absolute eternity. Now you might actually see just there that it says 115. Normally I have more than that on my card, but I've only got a 4GB card in there tonight, rather than 32, because I thought, well, I'm not really going to be going for, I mean, my flat door is just there, so it's not really a big problem. But big cards for the big files you're going to be getting, especially if you're shooting. Wait, let's turn this camera around. So yeah, like I was saying, big cards for the big files you're going to be getting, because they are going to be very, very big. So preferably the biggest card you can afford, or the biggest card you can just get your hands on. And preferably one that's got the fastest speeds as well. I'll explain in another video what the speeds of cards mean. If that's what you guys want to see, then yeah, I'll definitely do that. But yeah, a nice big fast card. Perfect. So the image has finally processed. Needed longer, not gonna lie. Another quick tip for you though, use manual focus and set your focus to, if I can find it on this lens, infinity. Just because of where you're going to be, well, recording a picture. You don't obviously want it on a macro, because you're not shooting something that's close up, you're shooting something that's very, very far away. Bearing in mind that the stars are billions of, well, thousands of millions of miles away or whatever. So I'll show you the picture now. So this is the final image here. I have zoomed in on my phone. Let's zoom out a little bit. You can actually see a star coming in there, and then there's some down there. I think my ISO might be too high. What do I even have it on? Let's have a look. That's manual focus. 500. Let's bring that down to low because of how long I am actually exposing this for, and we'll try another 10 minutes. I think I'm going to need a longer exposure. I'm going to go from 6 minutes maybe to 10. I'm going to push it to 10 and bring my ISO down. See what happens. I've still got about 5 minutes remaining on this image. Let's come back down here actually, where I'm better lit. Still got 5 odd minutes or whatever it was, I don't know, left on this image, and I am really quite bored because I'm not really doing anything. I'm just standing around waiting for the timer to expire. Yeah. So that one picture has taken up quite a lot of room. So as I said, make sure you've got a nice, big, fast card, whether that be CF, SD, or compact flash. No, that's that's a CF card. Whatever card you've got, make sure that it's fast and it's got a lot of storage. So this is what I was talking about actually. As you can see, it now says 107, and I've only taken one more picture since the last time that you saw 115. Right, so it's now about 11 o'clock at night. Frankly, that last picture didn't come out too well. I'm not going to show it because it's just... Anyway, guys, sorry this wasn't very good. I hope you enjoyed the pics, and I'll see you in the next one.